Hello, this is Dr. Barnes, and this is my wife, Leslie Barnes. We've been planning a trip to Greece and Rome for the past couple of months for LCCA as well as Weatherford High School and other Texas schools. We have changed our plans a little bit in light of the recent terrorist attacks in Paris and also the unrest in Turkey and in Greece. So we cut a lot out of the trip. We are still going, and I just wanted to give you an update. First is administrative. We are no longer doing a separate LCCA trip. It's going to be planned through Weatherford High School through Leslie. So if you sign up for the trip, you'll see right here, group leader is Leslie Barnes, when previously it was Nathan Barnes because we were a separate trip technically, and now we're the same trip. So we have 4 slots open, but as many people can go as would like. We're going to move the date to December 1st to sign up. The price will be going up in December. Usually it goes up about $250 a month. We don't know for sure if it's going to go up, but it probably will. So with that being said, because we have a new administrator, I'm going to hand it over to Leslie, and she's going to explain the new itinerary.
Okay, first thing I want to talk about is some of the information that I got from EF Tours in regards to these attacks. I asked them about tours that were currently in Paris on that date, and they had one there, and they basically told me that the people on that tour knew about the information on the attacks before the news actually got to the United States, and they made sure that they were safe. So that is their main priority, like we mentioned before, and it will continue to be. They also have a peace of mind clause, and ultimately, if the entire group decides to change the trip, we even up to 45 days before the trip happens, we can do that.
And that's what we're doing now, actually, right?
No, this is just a change in plans a little bit. So basically, what happened was I met with my students, the ones who had signed up, and they were just a little bit nervous about the Greece part of the trip, simply because of the movement going on right now. There is a huge influx of migrants or refugees coming through Greece. That's their port of entry. And so they were just a little bit hesitant about that. And of course, we want you to be as comfortable with your trip as possible. So we talked it over and we said, hey, you know what? Let's just drop some of the stuff in Greece and add a couple of things in Italy, and let's just go to Italy. So we are not going to Athens, but we are now going to Venice and Florence. So it's all going to be just in the country of Italy. So let me kind of...
And for our students, it's the heart of the Renaissance.
Oh, yeah.
So, my omnibus students are going to be able to see where the Renaissance started.
Okay, here's the map right here. Okay, so basically we would fly into Milan, and I'm going to go over the itinerary in a second. And then go to Venice, spend 2 days in Venice, spend 2 days in Florence, spend two or three more days in Rome, and then come home. It's an 8-day trip. And I realize right here on the map it says that there's an extension to these other places. At the moment, we're not doing that. That is an additional cost. And this particular trip is actually $440 cheaper than going to both Italy and Greece. But you just want to make sure that you register in enough time.
And we get to spend more days in Rome on this trip.
Okay, so clearly an overnight trip to Italy. We fly into Milan, meet our tour director, and go to Venice. I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to go to Venice. And the canals. What can you say? And you better go now, because that place is sinking, and your kids probably will not be able to see it. Okay, just saying, in the next 20 years, might be done. So, the canals, the Grand Canals. We also would see an ice blowing demonstration.
Glass blowing.
Oops, glass blowing. Eventually we would head off to Florence. Really the heart, one of the heart and souls of the Renaissance. We would actually get to see the dome, what's it, Bernini?
Yeah, the Great Dome.
The Great Dome. And I hear you get to walk all the way up inside of it, and since you're over there, you might as well. You also get to spend a full day exploring in Florence. I've heard there's so much to do that, you couldn't possibly do it all. There is an excursion to Pisa, and although if you want to go to Pisa, you can, but you could spend the day sightseeing in Florence. Basically, I hear that Pisa's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and by the time you get there,
It's like a 5-hour trip.
you're like, basically, that tower is leaning, and I've seen that in pictures.
And people do touristy stuff around it. Take
So,
pictures.
I would highly recommend if you decide to go that you stick with Florence. Just go do some more sightseeing. And then, of course, we're going to Rome, see the Colosseum, the Roman Forums, Vatican City, St. Peter's, still amazing. The Spanish Steps, the Parthenon, Trevi's Fountain. I mean, and to be perfectly honest, by day 8, you're going to probably be tired. And I know I'm going to be tired chasing after you. So we just wanted to share with you really quick just our change and plans. We'd love for you to come or, give us a call so we can, talk to you a little bit more one-on-one if you have any questions. But please know that EF Tours is monitoring all the time. We are concerned for safety as well, and we want to make sure that we make things as safe as possible, which is why we altered our plan. So we just want to make you aware of that. And I hope that you're interested in taking a closer look. I'm going to come back up here so you can see the website.
And again, I'm going to include this, and I'm going to send everybody an email here in just a minute with a link to this video and also to this website. So if you decide you want to go, all you need to do is click on Enroll Now and follow the prompts. So it's very easy to sign up, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm easier to reach by email, and hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.